Attack the enemy! Victory is ours!
Hello everyone, and welcome back for another War Thunder battle. This one's coming to you in replay format, because I just got back from a work trip, and my NVIDIA GeForce Experience had updated on my desktop when I was gone, and I did not notice until after the battle was over that it wasn't turned on for Shadowplay recording. So, yeah. So anyway, as you can see, I titled this one Germany versus the U.S.S.R. and the Sun, because the Sun was very, very, very much an enemy for the Germans on this battle. And I have to ask the question once again, does anybody find this fun or enjoyable? Because I certainly do not. And I have to wonder, did somebody at Gaijin, like, think this was a good thing? Also, I got rammed into and sent flying into the wall here because driving is hard? Anyway, we're missing all the chat here where people were talking about waiting at the A point and the guys up front saying no and then saying JK and then actually waiting for everyone. So that was kind of funny. They did in fact wait, and we did all make it there for the capture, so that was good. But again, going back to the sunlight here, like, did somebody at Gaijin think that, like, this would be fun and make the gameplay better? Because it really doesn't. It may make it so that it's a little more realistic, because, yeah, sure, sometimes the sun is right at the horizon, and sometimes you're driving right into it or fighting right into it, but that doesn't make gameplay more fun. For a game that talks about, like, having to balance everything and not have historically overpowered vehicles and such if they can help it, they sure do have an awful lot of tank battles where the sun is very decidedly in somebody's face and is not at all equal on both sides. So I just don't know. Anyhow, after we got the capture there, now of course you can see where all the enemies are in this replay, because if I turned it off you wouldn't see where anyone was, so I left it turned on. But just remember, I couldn't see where all the enemies were in the actual battle. So caught that T-54 driving away across alongside of me, and then as I'm backing up and look over here to the right, I don't see the IS-3. That's, of course, right off to my right there, who then detonates my poor little Leopard. And something else with the replay system that I don't get. You have it set to a specific player for the replay, and then as soon as they get killed, it just defaults to the next person. But then if you switch back to the same person again, like back to myself here with my Arado, now the next time I get killed or crash out or whatever, it'll stay on me for the rest of the replay, so I don't know what's going on with that. Anyhow, we've captured 2 out of the 3 capture points, and I'm coming back in my Arado 234B to help defend those capture points, which of course, again, like I said, remember that I couldn't see anybody here except for where my friendlies were, so even though you can see where all these enemy tanks are, I had no idea they were all here. Now, I saw this guy over here in the Object 120. I saw him fire while I was coming in, so I came in on him to drop bombs, because I could tell that he was a 120 off to the side there. And even though it shows when I rotate around here that I dropped all 3 of my bombs, I'd actually only dropped the first 2 of them in the first drop, so I do actually still have a bomb left. And as I come back around and line up on this object... No, actually, never mind. I did drop all 3 on this guy. I dropped all 3 on the first pass. It's after I land and come back again that I only dropped 1. That's what I was thinking of. So I dropped my bombs on the Object 120. They fell a little long, did a little bit of damage to him, but nothing serious. Didn't set him on fire or anything. Didn't disable his guns or anything like that. And then I headed back for the airfield, and we'll pick this back up when I arrive back at the battle after taking off again. Okay, so as we're rejoining the battle, you notice that it keeps showing guys way over here to the right. There's no enemy tanks there. I think that's a glitch in the replay where everybody who's dead on their team is showing up over here or something. I'm not sure, but there's definitely nobody just off here to the right. That is super outside of the boundaries for the ground battle, so there's definitely nobody actually there. I'm not entirely sure what was going on with it. And as, again, I couldn't see where all these guys were, except I could see the ZSU-57 firing up there. But I couldn't tell that there was a T-62 here on this rock, or the IS-6 there on the right or anything, so I'm coming in to drop bombs on the ZSU-57 because he's what I can see. So I come in, and this is where I only dropped one set of bombs, just the first double drop, and somehow got no hit on him. And then as you'll see here when I swing around, it looks like I dropped all three, but I still had the centerline bomb left on my Arado 234. I'm not sure why it didn't render in and show properly on the replay. But I rolled back around to make another pass in on the ZSU-57 because we need to take AAA out. And even my up and down avoidance maneuvers didn't work, but like I said, I did have a bomb off, and I got it off in time to take him out, so I did at least achieve my goal of taking out the ZSU-57. I also took away the team lineups on the side there to give you a slightly cleaner picture of the for the replay, and then came back in my JPZ-45 because it has a talisman on it, and because I wanted to get better research done. I'm still grinding away for the KPZ-70, and slowly but surely making pretty good progress. The talisman on the JPZ-4-5 has been actually helping me out quite a bit. I couldn't tell there if I got hit by a strafing aircraft that did no damage, or if I got shot at by the friendly back behind me, or what that was. So it's really annoying when your teammates do that, so don't be that kind of a teammate. If got a real good shot into the side of this T-44, but somehow it didn't do a whole lot of damage to him, and then he, of course, flies back behind cover before my loader can reload. And now I knew he was behind there. I could see parts of his tank and his smoke from his exhaust popping back and forth. He was trying to bait me into firing while his crew swapped out so that he could pop out and put a shot into me, which would definitely kill me with the T-44-100, or even the T-44 with his 85. However, he showed me enough of his engine deck that I was able to get a good shot into him, start him on fire, and then roll around to the side of him to catch him. And then he got taken out by a Tiger 2H for an assist for me there. And that was fine. I really just wanted him dead so I could go and go up and defend our capture points and take the A point back. Unfortunately, with the replay, you don't get to see all the chat going on, which there was not a whole lot during this battle, but there was some that would have indicated this person is, you know, doing this or that, or they're calling out enemies here and there and stuff. And yeah, I don't like that you don't get to see that in the replay, even though there's actually a tab for the chat there, but it doesn't do anything, so sadly. I finished my second capture, but then moved on and was going over here. You can hear, I could hear somebody firing a machine gun over here back to my right. That was definitely not a German machine gun. It's very much a Russian sounding machine gun going on back here, and I came back here to watch for him. Plus we knew there was somebody shooting into our spawn. So I'm back here trying to find the guy that's firing into our spawn. You can hear the Kugelblitz or the Wirbelwind firing back there at him, and then you can hear them shooting. It's this IS-6 that you can see right here, but I didn't actually know that he was there until I moved up here a little bit trying to hunt the guy down. I could hear his machine gun firing, but that was it. And now right here I can see the shooting going at him. Now you can see and hear him firing his machine gun at friendly, something, a dead friendly or something back there, and I'm driving up and I still can't see him coming up from behind these bushes until suddenly, boom, IS-6 right in front of me, but thankfully his turret was not facing the right way. And I got a good normalization with my U.S.S. round into the side of his cheek or shoulder armor there and knocked his crew out for the third kill of the battle. And that was very good because I did not want an IS-6 running around loose back towards our rear area, even though he wasn't doing anything to help his team capture the objectives back. But that's what happens when you don't pay attention to the objectives. You lose. So, works for me. So their tickets are getting down pretty low here, and I'm trying to get somewhere where I can hole up in between the all the capture points so that if anybody from the enemy team starts taking one of them back, I'm in a pretty good position to react to it fairly quickly. And that's what I was trying to do here with the JPZ. And not really much else happened, except I decided rather than head in towards their spawn, I would go and see if I could investigate where I had previously, back early on in my Arado 234, spotted that Object 120 over here in the hills, and I went to investigate and see if he was still over here. Now you can see here in the replay that obviously he's not still there anymore, but like I said, I didn't know that, so I'm looking around for him, checking to see if he's still overhanging on the edge of the battle, just trying to avoid taking a death. And I'm gonna end up going and searching for him over here as the tickets run out, and that'll do it for this battle. So the rest of it is just me trying to move in and get up to the edge of the hill here where I had thought I had previously spotted the Object 120. I don't think he was actually directly where I'm heading, but it was my best guess after doing some fighting and some capturing. And assuming that he had probably moved somewhere. I didn't want to drive directly towards where I knew he was, because he would probably spot me and shoot me from there. So just kind of searching around looking for him, and then the tickets just run out as I get a low-pass flyby by a BF-109, whose name was Corsair Pilot. But I don't think he was telling the truth. I think he was trying to fool me. And anyway, that'll do it. As you can see, I had a 300% personal research booster and a 10% research booster going on, so not bad for a 306 total research boost. And I will finish the first prize of the Slashers Trophy for Friday the 13th there. And there's the kills, the kill feed, and that'll do it for today. And after this, I just have a couple of screenshots that I took for the that I was going to use for the thumbnail, and you can see just how difficult it was to actually see anything. And again, if you guys enjoy the sunlight, let me know, but it just doesn't do it for me. Anyhow, thank you all for stopping by and checking this one out, and have a great day, everybody. And here's those screenshots.